First, a quick update. The video which I released yesterday, portfolio under attack. This is not just FI, but a bunch of factors that are impacting your portfolio. The video is doing pretty well. It is the best video on the channel till now. If you have not seen it, do watch it. Now, one funny thing that most of the stocks that hit a 52-week low today, they were banks, NBFCs, and Bank Nifty was green. It actually had to be green because IT was down a lot. If banks were to fall with IT, then we are talking about the index down 3-4%. Trading range for Nifty may have been 1%, but overall these seesaws were close to 3-3.5%. Bank Nifty mostly was clearly up, trading range of 0.7%. There were few questions which have been asked continuously on SWPs. I've tried to answer them in the Nugget section today. What instruments can be used, what I personally prefer, taxes, charges, and some best practices. Now, if you look at the uncanny resemblance these days between the heat map for yesterday or the previous day and today, you might get a feeling that stocks may change, but this kind of is pre-decided. Today, of course, the maximum fall was in IT, TCS, Wipro, Infosys. And if you are following the China story, then the metals had to be on the top. By virtue of market cap weight, HDFC is at the top, followed by SBI. HUL recovered today, not much, 1.4%, but that's a heavyweight. Hindalco, M&M, Tata Steel, they were next. What was pulling Nifty down? TCS, Infosys, Reliance, Airtel, and Wipro. Look at the pull from TCS, 71%. Infosys 35%, Reliance 15%. The best push came from HDFC Bank, which was 15%. Next 50 is actually worse than last week, 29 stocks down. Varun Beverages today led Next 50 from the front, up 6%. Vedanta, Cholamandalam, Indigo, and United Spirits were next. While Adani Ports and Nifty was doing great, Adani Power, Adani Total, Adani Green, Adani Energy, the entire power pack was not doing well. The downs were on good volumes, the ups also were on good volumes. Hardly any bulls around. The bears also were concentrated in the extreme tail. IT, power, oil and gas. Metals only were up a bit. Beverages also, mostly Varun Beverages. Look at the contribution from software, minus 90% as a sector. The top 4-5 sectors combined would not have made up for the fall in IT today. Today at closing, Nifty was mixed bag. However, the day did not start well at all. That was indicated by Gift Nifty also. But then there was a recovery which was led by Reliance. Consumption had a reasonable good day. As a result, Nifty did not look as bad at the end of the day. Bank Nifty looks okay. Canara up most 3.3%. But look at this 52-week high low. Every company below this line is not doing well. Big reds here, big greens here. Small reds here, small greens here. It is better to be with the top tier companies maybe in most sectors right now. Look at the banks making new lows today. This entire layer is literally red. Only Federal Bank is green. But the top banks are doing okay. No red. Now, public sector banks also have lot of reds, but today they were doing well. Good volumes. Look at the reds. How much these public sector banks have already fallen from their recent highs. Is there value in these public sector banks now? The investing pack has suddenly lost the interest of people. BSE is doing fine, but that's because it has multiple news. It is among the 45 stocks included for FNO, and it was also included in the MSCI index. Rest all, especially AMCs, they were down. Select NBFCs were doing well today. Muthoot Finance was up 6.2%. Cholamandalam Finance was up. PFC was up a lot more, but then it fell towards the end. The only place to hide in IT today was Zomato, 0.5% up. The villain today was the Fed chair who says that interest rates will not go down in a hurry now. Interest rates have already fallen twice in 1 month, 0.5%, 0.25%. What else do you need from Fed chair in 1 month, 2 months time? Billions of market cap gone in a single statement. This is how fragile Indian companies are, the big ones, falling like 9 pins. Look at the volumes. Defense pack was red. I personally feel that in the next budget we may not see too much spend on defense. This sector for me right now will be very stock specific. Metals was a wonderful place to be today. Every company that is impacted because of the China news, they were doing good. Nalco up most 9%. It was actually up 11-12% earlier in the day and then it cooled down. Even the copper wise, Hindustan Copper, that was doing good. Vedanta, which is aluminium copper both, that was doing well. Hindalco, that was up good volumes. The pack which was not doing well at all, oil and gas. And honestly, I didn't see the reason for this sector sulking today. 5 red companies including Reliance now in this pack. Not looking good. IOC's dividend yield is now in excess of 11%. Give it 1 year to recover. Then enjoy the dividend yield. Plus the price appreciation. Renewable pack, I mentioned last week also that it is oversold. It came back strongly today. Suzlon up 5%, Vari Energy 7%, Premier 13%. Consumption also, Adani Wilmar was down and so was Radico a bit. But overall consumption was looking good today. Varun Beverages, high volumes. Nestle, however, made a new low. 4 companies in red: Nestle, Dabur, Britannia and Tata Consumer. While edible pack was doing well, the non-edible pack was not looking so good. Imami, 3M, Page Industries, they all corrected. Trent. The only saving grace perhaps was HUL, the big boy, up 1.5%. Here also 4 companies in red: Titan, Asian Paints, DMart and PN Gadgil. Overall Nifty was down 0.33%. Bank Nifty was up 0.33%. Nifty IT cracked 2.5%. And majority of this fall in Nifty IT would have come from FIIs perhaps. Another 1400 crore down. DIIs bought 2300 crores. This mismatch between FI DI with DI exceeding may last just 1 or 2 more days. Elections are on Wednesday. Markets are closed. Nifty Energy was down a lot, 0.8%. Next 50 did not go anywhere. Auto was up a bit, 0.6%. Now Delhi air quality is worse. The Supreme Court has ordered GRAP 4 levels, which means all construction activities have to be closed with immediate effect. This may not go down well with DLF and other companies that operate out of NCR. This is the China news. Nalco shares and 8% higher. Hindalco, Vedanta, everyone up. Now Bitcoin is crazy right now. Between the time I collected the data for this video, which was about 1 hour, shot this video, Bitcoin has gone between 90,200, 91,700 and right now it is below 90,000. No such problems for gold, nearly at 75,000. Silver up as well, 1%. In fact, today the silver ETFs were up a lot more. And oil companies were dancing all over the place. Oil did not go anywhere. Below 72. Even rupee is stable around 84.5 right now. In the US on Friday, only Tesla was up. Rest everyone under correction. I mentioned this on Thursday also. Today was a sell day. I sold a bit of Varun Beverages. Couple of quarterly results back when Varun Beverages had fallen a lot, I had bought in excess. Some of that quantity was at a very low loss today. REC also, a bit of it I had bought for trading that I got rid of. I sold off IT, Infosys Persistent, zero on IT right now in trading as well as investment. I sold CAMS and Tata Power, which was a pretty old holding. It was long term. I sold 50% of it. Overall, it was a profitable day, but I freed up significant amount of cash for now. There has been a lot of interest on the SWP concept and there were a lot of questions coming my way. So I thought I'll address all those questions in this Nugget section. The first question is how to achieve SWP. What are the candidates in which we can invest to create an SWP? See, we can create it in many formats. You can just buy 3, 4, 5 stocks also and keep buying, selling in those stocks. Actually selling mostly if you are achieving SWP. But then it requires a lot of headache. If especially market is not doing well, it is very hard to sell stocks which are not doing well or are in losses. So better to go for an equity portfolio concept maybe. That also is equivalent to owning equity in a lot of ways because you can create say a small case. But when you are selling, you'll always feel, why am I selling this stock? Let me sell something else. This is in loss. This has gone down recently. So there are too many questions in our way when it comes to a sell decision on equity. So better is to go for ETFs and mutual funds. ETFs could be in metal like gold and silver. They could be on index also. Nifty, Next 50, mid caps. And then of course, there are all variety of mutual funds where you could invest. And there is enough volatility in nearly everything. For example, if you see Nifty 50, while we are all right now sulking because Nifty has fallen a lot, if you think about it, in the year still it is up 20%. What else do you need as an investor? If you talk about gold, then gold has also gone up a lot. In fact, it has just corrected from the levels of around 82,000 to 75,000. Maybe a good opportunity to create an SWP on gold. The problem with gold and silver is when they stagnate, they will stagnate for years maybe. Now this is a slightly complicated table. I'll simplify it as I speak. Equity, direct, mutual fund, ETF, all of them are similar. And I'm not a tax expert. If I get something wrong, let me know in comments. I'll research more and come back. As per the new tax laws for this financial year, as per the union budget, the STCG is 20% less than 1 year for all of these classes, be it direct equity, mutual fund, ETF. Long term is 12.5%. Now if you're buying physical gold and selling it before 2 years, here STCG was 1 year. For gold, it is 2 years. The applicable tax rates, income tax ones, will apply. Beyond 2 years, 12.5% LTCG. Earlier this was 20% plus GST. This has been brought down and indexation benefits have been removed. Same thing for gold mutual fund and gold ETF. The only thing is for gold ETF, the applicable tax rates STCG ones are there only till 1 year. After 1 year, 12.5%. So government is encouraging gold ETFs right now as the preferred mode. Also note that if you are going for physical gold, you will incur GST also on buying and selling. That's around 3%. While new SGB tranches are not coming, you can buy old SGB tranches still. If you hold them till maturity, then the profit is tax-free if there is any profit. If you sell in less than 1 year, then applicable tax rate. If you sell after 1 year but before maturity, then 12.5%. Silver, there is not too much information available, but my understanding is if you sell below 3 years, that's the old structure. The new structure applies only for gold. Then your applicable tax rate will apply. After that, 20% plus GST, I think this becomes 20.8%. The only tax-free option is SGB, but then you can't achieve SWP in that. That is if you want to avoid paying taxes. Charges, in case of equity, ETF, you will have to pay brokerages and STT. Whatever standard stuff applies, I have usually seen that in my case, it turned out to be 0.5% per lakh approximately. Mutual funds, there will be some exit load. Gold, silver, there will be GST, physical and digital, both apply. I would say stop bothering about these charges. A lot of people pay too much attention to taxes charges and they get so much involved in them that they actually forget that main objective is to make money. You can't reduce these charges. You can't reduce the taxes. You can change the instruments to ones which are more tax friendly or more charges friendly. But what is the amount we are talking about? If your portfolio is 1 CR, you will not pay more than maybe 1 lakh in the entire year, which is 1% hardly. Can't go by this absolute amount. You have to go by percentage. Now I've just created 5-6 quick points as best practices last 2-3 months of my journey with SWP. First, start withdrawing after 1 year ideally if you want to avoid the higher STCG. After 1 year, you will get into LTCG in general because mutual fund and ETF are the best ones, the equity based ones. Also, you can safely withdraw 1% max amount per month, but I would say start with 120%. Let me explain what I mean by this. Suppose you have a deposit of 1 lakh, you can withdraw 1%. But to remain safe, because there may be some market crashes, etc. also, I would say create this as 1.2 lakh and withdraw 1%. Your corpus will actually grow over time. After 4-5 years, you can increase this amount. Inflation of 5% also is applied in this model, which means next year you can increase 1000 of this 1 lakh or 1.2 lakh to 1050 rupees. Every year increase by 5%. Also, don't look at fund value daily. How much has your 1 lakh become? Today it is 98,000. Tomorrow it may be 1 lakh 1,000. Oh, today it fell to 96,000. The concept means you have to go stress free. You can't be looking at the value or NAV or the overall AUM every day. Don't overcomplicate things. For example, today market are down, let me not sell. I'll sell when the markets are high. You can't time markets. Just decide one fine day, say 5th of every month, 1st of every month, whatever day you will need the money. A lot of platforms have the facility to create automated SWP, maybe go for those. The most important thing is get started. Some of my friends have been contemplating which fund to park into, which ETF to go into since last 2-3 months. Analysis and paralysis. Go to any standard site, find the best 2 funds, say A and B, maybe one from Nippon, one from ICICI. Put money in both of them, say 50,000 each. In 2-3 months, you will know which fund is performing better. If both of them have similar themes, ideally they should go up and down approximately by the same values. I took this example 2 weeks back where Nippon Silver was doing better than ICICI. So I moved the funds from ICICI to Nippon. If you find similar phenomena in your portfolio, choose the better one, move the money. What is the problem? If this fund has gone up by 2%, give 20% on that 2% as tax. Don't overcomplicate things. Move money around. There is no restriction or lock-in of 1 year, 2 year here. Maybe start with 5 concepts. Divide your money and over next few months decide which one to go for. Markets are down 10% already. I don't know till what level they will fall. This could be the bottom. The bottom could be 40% below this. I talked about it in yesterday's video also. Get started somewhere. Maybe if you want to put 5 lakh, start putting 1 lakh every month. Don't let perfection become the enemy of progress. Hope I answered all the questions that were outstanding. If there's anything left, let me know in the comment section. I'll cover them in the comments. Or as another nugget, this is a very important topic, very close to my heart also, because I am implementing SWP. In fact, I'll be creating some new funds very soon and I'll talk about them in the nuggets when I do them. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.